ago, I had this idea of creating a gin. And, a lot of people know me as being really into whiskey, right? I
Mhm.
love whiskey. I'm still very much involved with a lot of whiskey projects as well. However, I've had this idea for this gin. Gin's really a lot easier to make, and just like that, you can have it. And also, um, you know, being that history buff that I am, and it's Cincinnati as well. I learned a while ago that Cincinnati, a distillery here in Cincinnati, made the first American dry gin. Not like most, we were making gin. A lot of rectifiers were making gin in 1870 is when this came about. Uh, but it was more sweetened. It was like an old Tom gin, or it was aged, or it was just not like a dry gin, which means there's no sugar added to it after it's been infused. So I was kind of inspired by that. I was like, well, I think we need to make a true Cincinnati gin, in a modern way. It has to be pure Cincinnati. So here in Cincinnati, we have this beautiful conservatory, the gorgeous greenhouse that has been around since like the 1830s, and it's called the Crone Conservatory. Beautiful place. And I was like, would it be so cool if you could get or be inspired by what grows at the Crone and put that into a bottle of liquor? Like, wouldn't that be so cool to make a gin that is as beautiful as Cincinnati is? So it took a while because one, well, I had all those bars, and two, I really needed to find a distillery that I thought was quality enough, a Cincinnati distillery that was quality enough, who had the same view as I did. And so I finally found that distillery in a distillery called Five Stories. So they're a Northern Row. They're a brewery and a distillery here in Cincinnati in Over the Rhine, which is, the old district. And they were gung ho for it. Let's go. So we got together with Crone Conservatory. We got a tour. We found all the non-poisonous things that grow in the Crone. And then the master distiller over at Five Stories, Josh Quaterbaum, started distilling all the different, botanicals that we were inspired by. And I was just called, come down and taste this, Molly. And they're a hop, skip, and a jump for me. They're like 2 minutes away from my house. So I would go down there, and it was so hard. Oh, rough. Just together with 8 different botanicals that went really well together and put this Cincinnati gin together. And the label, you can kind of see, sorry, there's a glare,
Yep.
conservatory, and it's done by the Cincinnati artist here. Her name is Robin Carnes. And she just did a beautiful job designing this label and putting it together. So it is. So
Yeah.
so proud of it. And as soon as we launched, I thought, yeah, maybe we'll sell a couple bottles. It'll be fun, people will buy it for presents. Well, no. And we had it in 5 different state stores because, of course, we're a control state here in Ohio. So we had it in 5 state stores and the distillery. And literally, we sold out in an hour. Out of Josh speaking Cincinnati gin night and day. He's on a roll now, but in the stores, and people were like, where can I get this? Like people are like hunting me down everywhere, like calling every place trying to find it. And so it's been a real success. And we just launched in Kentucky just a week and a half ago. And so we're getting ready to do big things in Kentucky with it as well. So it's awesome. And it's been a great learning experience being on this side.